We're here today to sign a framework agreement that underpins our collaboration with Eko Electricity Distribution Company. That's between Ndphc and Eko Electricity Distribution Company. Mr. Governor, sir, we are very pleased to be part of this occasion as it's a kickoff of, I can call it a momentous project, as we will be delivering, it will enable us to deliver at least 300 megawatts to the states. Mr. Governor, we are very, very happy today because this collaboration would, make significant impact in Lagos State being the commercial capital of Nigeria. And more importantly, because Your Excellency, you are in our board, Mr. Governor is in our board, and Lagos State is a major shareholder in Niger Delta Power Holding Company. So there is some benefit to the state. There's a lot of benefit to Niger Delta Power Holding Company because to enable us to evacuate some of our stranded capacity in the power plants. And to Eko Electricity Distribution Company, I'm sure they will make their customers happier by giving them more service, and of course their shareholders too will be happy because they will have value. So we're very happy to be here today to get to this point, and we're assuring you that we'll do all we can to ensure that we see this through.
We're much delighted here, I along with my directors, both Mr. Etomi and Mr. Otubo, to be here today to, in collaboration with Ndphc, to work on bringing about 400 megawatts, 300 to the immediate Ibejuleki axis, which is key. Mr. Governor, you were there very recently. Along with that, without going too much into detail, we talked about a lot of the feeders we're working on, whereby the 183 feeders under the SPT, which Lagos State has been supporting us to ensure that we're able to deliver quality supply to the area. We also have the metering project, as you know, where we had about 20,000. But for today, the big one is the fact that we're able to bring in and wheel in this 400 megawatts into the immediate area. So, Mr. Governor, thank you amongst the other projects as we go into do the signing. Thank you, sir.
Managing Director of Ndphc and his Executive Director and his consultant, and of course also the MD of Eko Disco and two of their directors, Mr. Otubu and Mr. Etomi, to Lagos Marina. First is to thank both companies, for this collaboration. I can imagine what has been the journey before arriving at this point. And I'm indeed excited because I am in the middle of it both, and I'm a beneficiary of that, enduring collaborative efforts that the two companies have had to engage with. Yes, I'm on a board representing the Southwest on Niger Delta Power Holding Company, which is a company that indeed has a potential to do a whole lot more than what's currently doing. I can assure him, at the board, that we're pushing and we're driving there to ensure that indeed the objective that was set for them, and ensuring that we can have a lot more generation capacity is not lost on them. And they're pushing and they're driving it. And on the other side, to also be a major beneficiary of the largest or the second largest distribution company in the country, which is Eko Disco. For me, it's a win-win, right? It's a very, very deliberate collaboration that will be envy of others, So we're making a very first move advantage, and I believe that both companies are going to be better off for it, because what we see is we see service that is being pushed forward to be rendered at the highest level. We see benefit to our citizens. We see benefit to the companies. We see improved revenue, for the two companies, both at Eko Disco and Niger Delta Power Holding. And at the end of the day, we see a better economy that we'll talk about coming out from the pandemic, right? And so I want to thank you for this. And to say that, as a government, we're not just sitting back and expecting things to roll. You've just mentioned it, that we're also putting our own our own skin in the game, where we want to thank you for agreeing to support us in the distribution of the 20,000 meters that we also bringing in, just so that, our citizens, at various areas can have indeed, reliable, and consistent power. So I want to thank both of you. I want to thank the two companies, the board and the management, for putting this together. And then I will personally be following up to ensure that what we're promising our citizens, comes to reality. So, gentlemen, thank you very much.